and today I'm actually gonna show you a little bit of what's going on with my GT500. I've been setting it up, and I think my Watts link is rubbing somewhere a little bit, so we're gonna go down there and take a look at that. I'm actually installing BMR's upper control arm bracket, so I can finish off all my rear end parts and components and get it all dialed in and adjusted. So as you can see here, I built these little box crates to hold up the car, so the car needs to be loaded when we tighten up all the rear end components and suspension bolts. So there's things that people neglect, but you have to tighten them up that way so that the suspension, everything is not going to give you any little clicks, anything that you would suspect that'd be something else, and you know, get a smooth transition in the ride. So we'll go down there and we'll check it out, and I'll show you what I have under here. Alright guys, so we're under the GT500 right now, and let me explain the components that are here currently. So right here we have the Steeda sway bar, but I'm using Lakewood's brackets because the Steeda brackets are so big and fat that it just did not it kept contacting this Watts link bar of mine, so I had to order something else and get those things taken care of. But if you can notice, I still can't adjust it the way I want to adjust it because I got three-way adjustable. I'm barely riding on this right now on the first level. I'd like to make it a little bit more aggressive, but I believe I'm gonna have to shave a little bit of this knuckle off right here because it's not gonna clear. So this is a Cortex Watts link, so it gives me four-way adjustable kind of street and track, if you see here. Then I also have my plumbing done, like I told you before. I have the compression fittings done, and you can see them here. So my lines are custom made. I have catch can too for the breather. So the Watts link is set up, and I gotta look because I gotta adjust this a little bit, I guess, because at times when I'm launching I can feel them contacting, so I'm gonna have to adjust this a little bit. I got BMR's lower control arm brackets. These are white lines, double adjustable lower control arms. I also have Steeda's lowering springs. I only went 0.9. I don't like my car super low. I like the aggressive launches. If it's too low, it's just, I don't like to drag around. So you can see the setup, all that. And then this car already ran with a carbon fiber drive shaft, and this is I bet it's my mistake. I can hear a little vibration or feel a little vibration because I was going old school, try to adjust what is it, the perpendicular line of the rear end to the transmission, but under this one it's a constant velocity. So under constant velocity, guys, we don't need to do any of that. The straight line to it, you know, just angle for angle, it will hook up better. I feel no vibrations, but when I set it up this way, like the old school way, it just doesn't work. When I'm freaking trying to aggressively stomp on it, it does not work. So I would have to go back to even the stock factory setting that I had. I have this, the white line double adjust up here also, but then if you look at it, I'm only missing that upper control arm bracket, which is kind of difficult to get around here. But yeah, so that's the last thing that needs to be put on here. And once it is, I want to dial in the adjustments, and we'll get to it, and I'm gonna get this guy to launch the way I really needed to launch. So yep, that's what I'm up to today, and that's why there's so much delay putting all this stuff together and setting it up. So yeah, I mean, you guys can just kick back, relax, and watch, and we'll take it out for a spin once I'm all done with this. All right, hang tight. All right, so we're here, and brackets are out. See OEM over here. This is BMR with white line, double adjust also. So yep, kind of mismatching. I don't know, a lot of people say you gotta go ahead and match all your components, but it really all depends on you. Didn't like the washers from BMR because these washers look cool, but it gives play. So once your bolt is in there, these give play. Look at how much is left. It gives too much play to me, and I don't like that. So I had to go out and size me ones that don't give me any play. So, you know, certain things, you just gotta really kind of read between the lines. I don't like any type of noise when I'm driving, any clicking, because I kind of, in my head, I picture everything that's working as the components are just spinning, doing whatever it's doing. Any type of little mishap, any hiccups, I know what's going on. If I already conquered it all and made sure that everything is solid, then I ain't got nothing to worry about. That's the way I do things. So others might do a little bit different. I have to be perfect. I'm sorry. I got to do everything to the way I believe it's going to work the best. Okay, so let's get this thing back under. Let's get it ready to party. So I want you to see this up close, because see, these are the type of, you know, washers are supplied in the kits, which is junk to me. I go out, I get these. Look how much we got less play going on here. Look at theirs. So just hardware alone makes a crap load of difference. So that's the one I'm using right now in my car. So yeah, I don't believe in everything I get and get a hold of. So I've been using different nuts too, because they usually supply an unflanged one. I go out and get me a flange one. So you can see that the flange one, you know, I got extra support all the way around instead of, you know, trusting just the washer alone. I have the washer, but I also have this nut with a flange on it, so I secure my stuff really well. So things done by me, rarely do I have any, you know, problems with it, or a car to come back to me and be like, oh, you didn't know, I didn't do it. It's just not my style. Okay, let me clear up something here too, because I've seen it on the forums, and this bolt right here, forward bolt with the upper control arm bracket, this guy's a 129. Okay, don't get that confused with the 325. 325 is this guy right here, the one that's under the seat, which is this big guy right here. Okay, so don't get that confused. This is also 129 right here, and I believe these two 18 millimeters right here, those are 85 foot-pounds. So all those I just spoke of are all foot-pounds. Okay, so let's get all the confusion out of there. We don't need all that stuff. So yeah, let's get on the road, you know. Okay guys, so yeah, we're done now, and everything's back up. Everything is good to go. So yep, got all the flange nuts, you name it, the bracket's up, we're good to go. Everything, the pinion angle is back to factory already, because if you look at it, it doesn't really matter. It's a constant velocity, so it can move in all types of ways. But when I had this thing lowered, this shaft right here started angling more, and as you can see, I have these little crates built to take the load of the car. So as this is taking the load of the car, it's already kind of showing me exactly how the shaft is supposed to sit. So, you know, fully loaded, it's gonna go just a tiny little bit more. So this would be perfectly straight in a line. So less vibration. When I did it where, you know, I had the perpendicular lines, it just didn't work. That worked on the 4Runner and all the other U-joint types, but not a constant velocity. So don't do it on a constant velocity. This is why you guys are grenading these freaking drive shafts. That's what's going on with these freaking carbon fibers. Dude, they'll grenade when they're loaded like that. And these pieces right here, you know, they can't take that type of stress. They can take the input, but when they're angled in that such a nature, it's just it can't do it. It's supposed to, but it can't. So, you know, be careful with that. I'm testing it myself on my own car. So, you know, look, my car doesn't have nothing but a few thousand miles on it. So this is pretty much brand new, and I don't have anything on play on this guy. If you can see it, it's still good. But if it has vibration, yeah, I gotta go back down here and check it, because, you know, you think that you go old school and you have that perpendicular line to these, you know, from the transmission to this rear end, that's supposed to be good. Yeah, no, that works when you are not on you know, on leaf springs, but not on these type of control arms systems that are bolted together. And on this one, it's fully adjustable anyway, so you know, it's not necessary on a constant velocity. So just keep that in mind, guys. So when you're putting the seat cushion back here in the Mustangs, see, if it doesn't want to show up, then you know, kind of feed it through, then use your seat belt, strap it to it, click them down, and this is what you're gonna do. It comes right up and up, and you'll be on your way, you know. Not to sit there and fight them and struggle all the damn time. It's not necessary. All right. The other one is down here. It's just a clip. So once you see the clip down here, you just need to get a screwdriver, wedge it in there, poke it, and this guy will just lift right up anyway. But other than that, yeah, that's not much. Yeah, so don't fight and struggle too much on it.
This was recorded on my Ray-Bans because it's hard to hold onto a GoPro while driving stick shift. And if you can see, you know, this is on cold tires, and it launches really well now. And you can see that I am on street tires, so this is really solid. Right now it hooks up, and you can see it launches really well. It takes this corner pretty darn nicely too. No sliding, and street tires. This thing is back to stock. I used to have it at 700 wheel without all this equipment. Man, this thing fishtail like you won't believe. I went sideways, and still, you know, I was able to recover it. But you gotta look, man. This thing is a great achievement because it drives like it's a Shelby GT500, really, you know, and it feels the same. Yes, it took this much equipment to get this car to, you know, hook up this way. And yeah, I wouldn't believe it myself, but you know, I've driven so many cars, but this one, it always got me nerve-wracking, and now it's solid as gold. I mean, it's great. Right here I had to kind of start to slow down because you'll see on the right hand side in just a little bit in the next clip. There he is. That's Big Brother right there. Popo Highway Patrol, baby. Here I'm still constantly looking because, you know, these guys can get tricky and they can just exit and come right back on, so be careful. We got to keep in mind that we're on public roads, and a lot of drivers around here, they don't know what they're doing or how they're doing it. They just don't know when they want to change a lane. On the circuit, we can actually predict the driver's movement because we're all trained to actually drive, so we can read each other's lines. Here, you can see me let off the gas pedal, maneuver, and continue. Always try to keep your transitions smooth when you're making lane changes, because when it's too drastic, you can't flip your car. You're gonna see this is the final launch, and even in the most powerful car in the world, you don't have the space to go, man. You don't have no room. This just really sucks anyway, you know, so, you know, just be mindful of others and stop taking shoulder roads, man. It's your life and the other people's too, man, so you gotta watch that. Not famous enough for people to shut down roads, you know, but this car, I've taken it to 180. It says that this car can go over 200 and never get there.
Alright guys, so that's going to be it for the GT500. You know, join me again when I release other videos, but if you like videos like that, go ahead and leave me a like so that I know what you guys enjoy, and I try to improve on making those contents. I'm still not the best guy with the camera to film all this stuff, but it can only get better with time. And those clips were recorded off of the Ray-Ban because it's really difficult to try to, you know, hold the camera, drive stick shift, and do all that. I bought new gear to, you know, do better filming with the GoPros, but, you know, I'm still not used to doing all that and being behind the camera. So, you know, forgive me for all those little mistakes that you guys will see and might not like, but, you know, I still hope you enjoy the content that I deliver, and, you know, we'll make better videos in the future, and hope that, you know, I can provide better details to the stuff that you guys enjoy. Leave me comments on that and what you guys are looking for, because I know I do make videos that are, you know, more educational, and they're not, you know, like other people where you just snap a finger and okay, let's get in the car and drive it. You know, I do show you how things get pieced together, and, you know, kind of give you a little bit different delivery on kind of, not the terminology, but more of how things work together in relationships to it. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to bring, to get you guys to actually, you know, put a little bit more thought when you're putting the cars together, and kind of giving you the instructions for that. So, you know, if those are the things you guys are looking for that I can provide, then yes, let me know. All right. But that's it for this one.